how did you get that footage of Diddy?
I figure most journalists would not disclose their sources.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time. My favorite villain? I kind of like Diddy.
There are no misconceptions about me.
I mean, Jay-Z's on a whole nother level. Like, I mean, you know,
true.
he's like it, but you know what I like about 50? 50's on a whole nother level, but he's still approachable. You still get to meet the people and you know, Jay gotta remember the people that made him. You know, I'm not saying I don't got respect. I respect Jay-Z, 50, used to respect, you know, Diddy, but all that crazy going on. But, you know, I always respected him because I looked at, for New York, those were like the...
According to circulating reports, speculation is intensifying after 50 Cent announced plans for a second documentary examining Sean Diddy Combs and the wider circle of artists and executives who collaborated with him over the years. The announcement has reignited online debate, with some commentators questioning how high-profile figures, including Jay-Z and Beyoncé, may respond to renewed public scrutiny surrounding the era. While there is no verified evidence suggesting wrongdoing by either artist, the wave of rumors has fueled dramatic narratives about potential fallout, ranging from professional distancing to broader career decisions. The center of the conversation is a larger question. How will some of the industry's most powerful figures navigate the spotlight as old alliances and past collaborations are once again dissected in the public arena?
I don't give you the trophies. I got the checks. I didn't get the trophies. Like, Jay got all trophies, man. That's because he signed that contract.
What contract?
The one with Beyonce. If you don't sign, you don't give him a trophy, she ain't coming. Oh,
the Beyonce done ran down on you once, Fifth. Come on.
Oh, she did. Worse, she jumped off the thing, off the ledge. I was like, I didn't really know what to do. That's the Jay. If he says to Jay in his face, he'll look at you and go, nah, that happened.
So Beyonce jumped down on you.
He jumped down. She was like on a windowsill.
Right.
We was in Vegas. She said, come on, I'm talking to her. She jumped down. She was like, and I'm like, wait, what is she doing? That's me and Jay-Z stuff. This ain't got nothing to do with you, girl. Don't come on.
So Ho wasn't there?
I'm talking to Jay.
As soon
as I talked to Jay, she jumped down, came over. I said, oh, look at this.
They about to jump you.
You lucky Solange wasn't there.
Yeah, you lucky Solange wasn't there.
Solange was there. I would have had the reboot. Huh? What?
So what did B say, or she was just staring at you?
Nah, she came like she was ready. Like I thought something was gonna happen. And I'm like, yo, whoa. She's throwing me off now. Because I don't know exactly how to respond to this. You are still Beyonce. I'm sitting on this stuff going, she go, what is this guy saying? I'm like, wait, what happened? I look at Jay, he go.
According to online speculation, Jay-Z was aware that 50 Cent had been hinting at turning his attention toward him, but few anticipated the scale of what 50 has suggested could be revealed in a future documentary project. Rumors have circulated about alleged behind-the-scenes footage involving major industry figures, though no verified evidence has been publicly released to substantiate those claims. In the past, 50 Cent has made provocative public statements implying he possesses extensive archived material, reportedly hundreds of hours, tied to some of hip-hop's most influential names. However, the exact nature, context, and authenticity of any such footage remain unconfirmed. As anticipation builds, the larger question isn't just what might surface, but how renewed scrutiny could reshape long-standing narratives within the culture.
We have 50 Cent coming out confirming that he does have more dirt on Diddy that he didn't even get to put in the 4 episodes on the Netflix Diddy documentary. And since it's 50 Cent, it's so hard telling what in the world he all has, but he said this in reference to the video footage that he got of the man recording Diddy before Diddy went to jail. And on top of all of this, he said more people came forward to him with allegations that didn't even make it into this Netflix Diddy documentary. And he alluded that he is about to drop this all on YouTube. He sat down to explain some of this on the Sherry Show yesterday, and she said, it shocked a lot of people to see this personal footage of Diddy. I know 50, the way you run. This cannot be all that you have. Is there other stuff that has not been shown? He said, yeah, well, there's some stuff that couldn't make it in because there was only 4 episodes in the Netflix Diddy documentary. And then Sherry asked 50 Cent, does this mean that there's going to be a part 2 of the Netflix Diddy documentary? And he said that he's just going to put it on YouTube. This was not the only time in this interview you that this man said this. Like, he is sure on YouTube for whatever reason, and he was even laughing about it. And in my opinion, I feel like why he wants to put this on YouTube is because Netflix probably wouldn't let him put in certain things because of liability. I think this is one of the main reasons why some of the things weren't talked about in the Diddy documentary. But like I said, also, he is cut down to a certain amount of time. Netflix gave him 4 episodes, so he has to put everything in those 4 episodes. And she asked him, out of all of the people that were coming forward, have there been any new tips that you have gotten since it's been released? He said, well, yeah, everyone starts to feel a little more comfortable when they see other people telling their truth.
For years, rumors have swirled about tension between Jay-Z and 50 Cent, with fans speculating that their rivalry extended beyond music and into deeper industry competition. While some narratives claim Jay-Z attempted to sideline 50's rise, 50 Cent has repeatedly demonstrated resilience, reinventing himself and expanding his influence far beyond rap. Their long-standing friction has only fueled public fascination. Now, with 50 hinting at new revelations tied to powerful figures in the industry, speculation has once again intensified, and some observers wonder whether Jay-Z and Beyoncé could find themselves facing renewed scrutiny as conversations resurface. The heart of the debate lies a perceived contrast in how the two moguls engage with the culture. Supporters often praise 50 Cent for spotlighting emerging talent and building platforms for others, while critics of Jay-Z argue that his approach to business has been more guarded and strategic. Whether those perceptions are fair or exaggerated remains part of the larger discussion, one that continues to evolve as hip-hop's biggest names remain under the microscope.
I mean, Jay-Z's on a whole nother level. Like, I mean, you know, he's like, but you know what I like about 50? 50's on a whole nother level, but he's still approachable. You still get to meet the people and you know, Jay gotta remember the people that made him. You know, I'm not saying I don't got respect. I respect Jay-Z, 50, used to respect, you know, Diddy, but all that crazy. But, you know, I always respected him because I looked at, for New York, those were like the, you know, the guys. You know what I'm saying? The guys with the most money and the most influence. So with Jay is like, when the last time you haven't seen Jay. So I think people are just going to say that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I mean, Jay, you know, you gotta remember, he didn't want 50 at the Super Bowl. That was crazy. I'm like,
wait, Jay didn't want 50 at the Super Bowl?
You didn't know that? Yeah, he didn't want.
I remember Eminem pushed for it.
That was some haters. Yeah,
I remember Eminem was like, I'm not gonna do it unless 50 does it. I heard that.
Yeah,
but I didn't know that Jay was trying to stop it.
I don't think Jay. I don't know. 50 never told me that, but I don't think Jay wanted him there. I don't know.
Because of what? Some of the.
I mean, you know, it's competition. You got to think, 50 always been competition for Jay. Remember, I'm about $1 with the 50 Cent.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
That was what, 9? What was that? 9?
But after that, they did a song together. Remember the whole,
of course, but 50 was always competition. Then remember, Jay said, "Yo, 50's coming." He told Siegel and them, and Memphis Bleak and all them.
Yeah.
And come on, 50's like, he's on a whole nother level. You got to remember, he came after Jay and Rockefeller. G-Unit came, and people might on G-Unit, but with Eminem, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, nobody has outsold us, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody has had the effect that we had.
Online rumors have attempted to link Jay-Z and Beyoncé to the growing controversies surrounding Sean Diddy Combs, with social media speculation making a range of dramatic and unverified claims. Some narratives suggest Jay-Z attended private events hosted by Diddy, while others go even further, alleging betrayal, prior knowledge, or silent complicity. However, it's important to emphasize that these assertions stem largely from internet chatter and have not been supported by verified evidence. The documentary and the surrounding media storm highlight how quickly speculation can escalate when powerful public figures are involved. In an era driven by viral headlines and social media narratives, allegations, proven or not, can take on a life of their own. As scrutiny intensifies around Diddy, conversations inevitably expand to include those within his professional circle, fueling debate, suspicion, and intense public curiosity. Ultimately, separating documented facts from online rumor remains essential as audiences navigate one of the most talked-about controversies in modern hip-hop culture.
I mean, Piers Morgan said it. They're not here to defend themselves. Do you think the Carters will speak about any of this? About
Beyonce
what's going
is
on?
losing hundreds of thousands, millions of followers every day. And she still hasn't said anything. Just pretending like life is great in Paris.
Is it her place to say something?
I mean, probably not, considering she's gonna be indicted for anything she would say. These are criminals. Diddy is a drug dealer, and so is Jay-Z. The proof is there. How many up people does he have to be aware of before people see him for who he is?
It seems like these artists are trying to run away from their past. Diddy changed his name multiple times to say, that's not me. I'm trying to move beyond Diddy. I'm love now.
What kind of love? Baby oil love? Baby love? Explicit love, hey!
Online discussions have also revived long-standing rumors about the early stages of Jay-Z and Beyoncé's relationship, with some commentators speculating about power dynamics within the music industry. Claims attributed to former Bad Boy Entertainment associate Gene Deal have circulated on social media, suggesting that figures in the business were aware of the pair's early connection. However, these assertions remain unverified and have not been substantiated by credible evidence. The persistence of such narratives has nonetheless fueled broader debates about influence, mentorship, and power structures in the entertainment world, highlighting how speculation, once amplified online, can evolve into sweeping conversations about control and accountability in the industry.
I know people in the industry, been around for a long time, was there when he first started dating Beyoncé at 17, 18, he was 30-something. You didn't know his age. I look back and see how old Jay-Z was. I think Jay-Z was born in like 69 or 67. Something like that, 67 right there? 69. I think he was born in 69. Beyonce, they said she was born in 81. You understand? But back then, in 81, when we was in the club together, 98, 99, she wasn't even supposed to be in the club, but she was in the club. It was Club Eugene's, and Jay was dating her. And at that time, if you look at Jay's age, he was about 30 years old. So, isn't she still somewhat a child? To me, she is. But I guess they protect child. That's how you protect a child. You know, dating her at the age of 30-some years old, and she's 17, 18 years old. If that's her true age. We really don't know her true age because Gabrielle Union said she went to junior high school with her, and Gabrielle Union is considered 6-7 years older than Beyonce age that she getting. So we really don't know.
Online speculation has gone even further, with some detractors attempting to draw other major artists, including Rihanna, into broader narratives about alleged industry power dynamics involving Jay-Z and Beyoncé. These claims, which circulate largely on social media and commentary platforms, remain unproven and highly contested. Still, they continue to fuel dramatic predictions that increased scrutiny could prompt more voices to speak out, intensifying public examination of some of music's most powerful figures. As with many high-profile controversies, the line between verified fact and viral rumor has become blurred, amplifying tension, intrigue, and anticipation about what, if anything, may surface next.
Warning us about Jay-Z. Jay-Z has now had an official lawsuit. It's everywhere. It's now being talked about louder than ever. I guess, does that give you some peace to know that people are finally really questioning this man?
It's emboldening me. I spoke on Piers Morgan. I said that I had 3 victims that I've been working with, victims of the Carters, that were ready to come forward. This might help them feel a little more confident now. So this is great because he's been evading. But the thing is, everyone in the backdrop knew that he was the celebrity John Doe. Everybody knew that. They knew it when I did Piers Morgan.
Is Beyonce celebrity B?
I hope to God not, but she was around. And she's very, she's got enough on her plate. After everything that happened with the election and everything that's happening right now, I'm not going to dump on that woman. She got better fish to fry.
Well,
what I will say is that her husband, she knows exactly who he is.
Yeah.
She knows.
Gene Deal has argued that both Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z understood the mechanics of influence, power, and control long before the public fully grasped how the industry truly operated, but in his view, the key difference between them was visibility. He described Diddy as bold, flamboyant, and constantly in the spotlight, a mogul who thrived on spectacle and public presence. By contrast, he portrayed Jay-Z as far more calculated and discreet, conducting business behind closed boardroom doors and aligning himself with powerful allies capable of shielding him during moments of crisis. Whether one agrees with that assessment or not, the contrast paints a compelling picture of two vastly different leadership styles navigating the same high-stakes world.
Kind of funny to me, man, is that Diddy used to hate Jay-Z. He hated Jay-Z enough when he was trying to get Ja Rule to go at Jay-Z. This is back in the early 2000s.
Did Diddy always say negative things about Jay around you?
The time he was trying to get Ja Rule to go at Jay, yeah, he was. They worked it out.
Was there a reason behind it?
I couldn't tell you the reason behind it. It's probably because Big had died. I don't know what it was, man. I don't know why he wanted Ja Rule to go at Jay. I guess if he kept them beefing or kept them into some bullshit, he could rise up in between both of them. You know what I mean?
Unlike Jay-Z, who is famously calculated about where he appears and who he aligns himself with, Sean Diddy Combs built his empire through constant visibility and relentless networking. Jay-Z mastered the art of strategic distance, carefully curating his circle, limiting access, and positioning himself only where power and opportunity aligned. Diddy, on the other hand, expanded his influence by being everywhere at once, cultivating relationships across industries and leveraging proximity as power. Two moguls, two contrasting blueprints. One ruled through exclusivity and precision, the other through presence and connection, both shaping their legacies in dramatically different ways.
Because I know you heard the statement that, Jay lawyer came out with about how he wasn't really friends with Diddy. From your point of view, was they really friends or no?
How close was Diddy and Jay-Z? They was close enough that they wasn't playing basketball, they wasn't playing baseball, they wasn't playing football, and they wasn't playing hockey or soccer for Diddy to come on stage, pat him on his ass, and then make the statement to people in the world that can't nobody call me Sean but Jay-Z. Now, I don't know what kind of statement, and I can't say, I wish I could say half a homo, but I know I can't say it, but I don't know what kind of half a homo that is, and you trying to say that you're not close to somebody. You coming on stage, patting them on their ass, and then you making a broad statement to the public, can't nobody call me Sean but Sean Carter. And I heard Jay-Z said the same thing about them. But they were so close that they had matching white girls together. Because when they used to see each other, they used to say, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? He'd be like, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? So, I guess that's a certain type of closeness.
For years, Jay-Z has been praised for his calculated moves and razor-sharp instincts, but many believe his one critical misstep was publicly aligning himself with Sean Diddy Combs. What once looked like a powerful alliance between two industry titans is now being re-examined under a far harsher spotlight. As controversies swirl and reputations face scrutiny, that decision is beginning to cast a long shadow, raising a compelling question. Did a strategic partnership quietly evolve into a liability that could reshape his legacy?
Come on with Jay, the part with Jay. I go, oh shoot, like
That's right. To us, black excellence, right?
that had to be there.
We getting tighter, you know what I'm saying? And united we stand, and ain't nothing else.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's a billionaire brunch.
Oh,
like,
I hate you, man.
Unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you this year. Yeah. Come on, bro.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyoncé.
when he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies, those fucking trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
Wow. You're gonna let him say that? Jay was getting Grammys.
He had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he ain't show up.
He had like 20 now.
Hold on.
He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
Hold on. You're not wrong.
He was one.
At the same time.
He got them shits. He started drinking. His pictures with him like thinks the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades. Because he's no longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
Many critics now argue that the most significant alleged miscalculation made by Jay-Z and Beyoncé was placing their trust in Sean Diddy Combs. As accusations and investigations continue to unfold, reports suggest that even individuals within Diddy's inner legal circle were not shielded from the fallout, further intensifying the controversy. Detractors claim that his primary focus has always been self-preservation, arguing that as long as he could distance himself from direct accountability, the repercussions for those around him were secondary. Now, with scrutiny mounting and alliances being re-examined, the narrative is shifting, turning what once appeared to be powerful industry ties into a high-stakes question of judgment, loyalty, and legacy.
Around him. Diddy really screwed over Mark Agnifilo. I gotta say, this is awful that Diddy owes his life to Mark Agnifilo, literally his life, because he could have gotten life in prison were it not for Mark Agnifilo, his defense lawyer, who had a brilliant strategy. And Diddy screwed him over when he hired this videographer to chronicle his life without telling Mark Agnifilo that when Diddy and Mark were on the phone, this videographer was recording what Mark clearly expected to be an attorney-client privileged relationship. Now, it is true that the client holds that privilege, the lawyer doesn't, but Mark's clear expectation was that this was a private conversation. These were private conversations, and that he and Diddy could talk openly, and Mark could talk to Diddy not just as a client, but as a person, and try to guide him in a time leading up to his arrest. And unbeknownst to Mark Agnifilo, Diddy has got this guy recording the conversation as he's sitting there saying, "You are screwing this up. You are messing up this case. We're losing." And knowing that that's on tape. And it's almost like he's performing for the camera and not telling Mark what's going on.
Reports now suggest that Jay-Z is attempting to halt the release of a documentary allegedly tied to his name by pursuing a cease and desist order. The center of the dispute, he and Sean Diddy Combs are said to be accusing 50 Cent of unlawfully obtaining the footage in question. However, counterclaims paint a very different picture. Sources allege that 50 Cent acquired the material legally, after learning that Diddy had originally commissioned the footage for a documentary he planned to release himself. Controversy reportedly escalated when Diddy failed to compensate his editor and cameraman, triggering a dispute that ultimately opened the door for 50 Cent to step in and secure the video through legitimate channels. True, what began as a behind-the-scenes production issue has now evolved into a high-stakes battle over ownership, control, and reputation.
I'm getting it as your boss. Yo, man, yo, how 50 get, blah, blah, blah. Yo, Puff, take this self-doing that. Let me explain something to y'all. All right? Whether it's NDAs, whether it's whatever. When these young boys come in, first of all, he only deal with young videographers because he want to rob them, and he know that they want the opportunity to follow Puff Daddy, P. Diddy. They want that opportunity. So they get him at a low price anyway. But when you stay out so many hours a day, Puff wants a videographer with him 24 hours a day on call. Whether we on a yacht, whether we on a ship, wherever we at, he wants to videotape that, right? So now, they come to agreement. They come to whatever the pay is going to be. But then it be so many hours on that invoice that he don't want to pay. He gets in touch with the office. He gets in touch with the chief of staff. Yo, what is this I'm paying? What is this I'm paying? You know what you paying. You was outside all of these hours. It's 160 something hours in a week. You was outside 140. That's the invoice he put in. So now, being if you got a contract and he don't stand to that contract, guess what happens? He could do whatever he want to do with that footage. So now that footage goes to the highest bidder. And 50 had to be the highest bidder to get there. Yo, this is business. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't in love with you. Everybody ain't dedicated. Everybody ain't loyal to the point of stupidity.
This documentary moves forward. Speculation is intensifying that the pressure on Beyoncé and Jay-Z could reach a breaking point. Observers claim that Beyoncé, who has spent years meticulously protecting her brand, her legacy, and the trust of her global audience, may be growing weary of seeing her image repeatedly tested by controversies surrounding her husband, including past admissions of infidelity. After choosing to stay, rebuild, and publicly heal their marriage once before, she demonstrated resilience and unity. But insiders now suggest this situation feels different, heavier, more complicated, and far more difficult to navigate. The storm continues to intensify. What once stood as a powerful symbol of endurance and partnership could face its most defining challenge yet.
Beyoncé and Jay-Z have a toxic relationship. He preyed on her when she was just 18 years old. Fans accuse him of grooming her and then later on controlling her every move. At the same time, it's been revealed that he's a cheater and he cannot be trusted.
Jay-Z has reportedly never been more vulnerable.
For perhaps the first time in his decades-long reign, Jay-Z appears strikingly vulnerable. Reports suggest that the mogul who once seemed untouchable is now facing an unprecedented wave of scrutiny. Even Dame Dash has allegedly remarked that he has never witnessed Jay-Z endure this level of sustained public criticism. For years, Jay-Z's image projected invincibility, carefully controlled, strategically guarded, and largely impervious to backlash in the eyes of the public. But this time, that protective shield seems noticeably thinner, and the narrative surrounding his legacy feels more uncertain than ever before.
It's just odd to see him in that, getting looked at in that way by white people. Like Jay does, yeah, I hope that shit didn't happen, but I'm like, damn, they turned the world real. Like, people on a certain level have been fucking with him a certain way where he couldn't do no wrong for like 25 years straight. This is the first time he's not getting a pass with white media. Like, he can control black media because a lot of them either work or do business with him. But Drink Champs can't get him out of this one, and neither can Charlemagne, because those are the guys that hold him down no matter what he does anyway. So he got to get to People Magazine and Entertainment Tonight right now, because they on his head. But the question is why? Like, why now? Because for me, I'd be like, yo, that's so ridiculous. Yo, take that to trial. She's not gonna win. Let's get a deposition or something. So I don't know why they on his head so much. Pause. But I never seen him, under this. I never seen him in this position to have to explain himself. Pause.
How you feel about the statement he came out with?
I mean, I didn't hear him say anything. I heard a piece of, like I said, I'm doing an interview, so I talk. I thought it was long. For a statement, I thought it was long, pause. But, I think right now, his silence is the worst thing for him. If he is innocent, he needs to let people ask him questions, and he needs to be able to say his side of the story, as opposed to letting that lawyer talk. Because that lawyer, I don't trust that lawyer.
In a recent Instagram video, 50 Cent teased the second installment of the documentary series he is currently developing, revealing that the next chapter will reportedly center on Jay-Z. The announcement immediately intensified speculation, not only about what the episode might expose, but about the potential ripple effects within Jay-Z's inner circle. At the same time, some analysts suggest that Beyoncé may be approaching her limit, not emotionally but strategically. In the past, silence proved powerful. Standing by Jay-Z helped preserve a united front. But insiders now whisper that if lingering controversies and past decisions begin to erode the empire she has so carefully built, she may be forced to reconsider everything. What once felt manageable behind closed doors could soon become a defining crossroads for one of music's most influential power couples.
Came across in that secret little Diddy footage that he paid from the videographer that Diddy didn't pay. They are saying 50 has footage that will not only add more time to Diddy's sentence, but Diddy might not ever come out. Listen up, check this out. Now y'all know that footage that where Diddy is behind the scenes talking to his lawyer and all of this stuff, and people are like, damn, what was Diddy recording it? Well, Diddy was recording it because he thought he was about to beat the case. So he wanted to do a Netflix documentary. Didn't pay the guy, and then 50 got all 140 hours of footage of secret Diddy tactics. Well, there's a guy named Neil who was mentioned in the court, works right up under Diddy, was organizing everything. Allegedly, they are saying that he is on video, film, tampering with witnesses, giving out addresses, offering money, bribing, we'll pay for your lawyers, all kind of shit that could be counted as witness tampering, obstruction of justice. And 50, of all people, has his hands on this footage. And I'm hearing that this could implicate Diddy's lawyers in some bullshit. They could be charged. This is getting wild. And I'm hearing that this 50 Cent documentary is just the tip of the iceberg, and I like it.
What's crazy is this man in this video footage of 50 Cent's post starts talking about a specific name, a man named Neil. And this man goes on talking about how he heard that 50 Cent has this extra footage, but it's footage that could possibly lead to Diddy getting more charges, like witness tampering, obstruction of justice, and more. And what's crazy about the name Neil that he brings up in this is the fact that the other day, Diddy's former chef Jordan, who is somebody that was a witness during this trial, who was about to testify against Diddy before the prosecution took back some of their witnesses who were testifying, literally claimed that Neil Dominique, a former assistant of Diddy, is the one that told Diddy that she was subpoenaed to the grand jury at the very start of all of this. She wrote this whole big post to Neil Dominique and tagged him in it and said, I just want to put this out there because I've been debating how I wanted to handle the situation. Now, I don't know you from a can of paint, but I'm really wondering why you decided to tell Sean Combs that I was contacted by the feds. I saw that you wrote him a good character letter too. Come to find out, you were actually providing Puff with information on a whole bunch of people throughout the case. So my thing is, why were you so comfortable putting me in danger? Why were you so comfortable putting other people in danger? You provided addresses to him. Were you like a double agent working for the feds and Puff? This is actually crazy because she alleged that Neil Dominique was approached by the feds as well in this investigation into Diddy because he was a former assistant.
What reportedly surprised Gene the most was the backlash directed at 50 Cent after he began publicly questioning Sean Diddy Combs and shedding light on the unfolding controversy. Instead of focusing on the allegations themselves, many critics appeared more intent on scrutinizing 50 Cent's motives, challenging why he chose to speak out rather than demanding accountability from Diddy. The reaction exposed a striking divide in public opinion. While one side viewed 50's actions as opportunistic, the other saw them as an attempt to confront uncomfortable truths. In the midst of it all, the spotlight shifted from the accusations to the accuser, raising deeper questions about loyalty, influence, and who truly gets held responsible when power is on the line.
He did, man. Yeah, he got everybody going, man. He's getting a lot of backlash, man. Like, people are like mad at 50 for getting behind this thing.
Well, see, the thing about it is that people are out there rabbit-ass mind.
and they gonna sit up here and they gonna say some stuff like, yo, they try to make it up like, it's because of a girl, it's because of a woman. A man that can have any woman in the damn world, you understand, go any parts of the world, find beautiful women all over the world, that's willing to do whatever he wants to. I'ma be mad because this dude got this one? Nah, it's bigger and it's more than that. They don't want to say it. A lot of these cats out here don't want to tell the truth
According
behind.
to 50 Cent, this documentary series is not driven by personal vendettas or lingering industry rivalries. In fact, he has revealed that he is collaborating with a member of Sean Diddy Combs' own family, an unexpected twist that significantly reshapes the narrative. If the project were purely about retaliation or clout, partnering with Diddy's inner circle would make little sense. Instead, the move suggests a broader ambition, to document events as they unfolded, offering perspective rather than pursuing a targeted takedown. Framed this way, the series positions itself not as an attack, but as an attempt to capture a complex chapter in hip-hop history, one that extends far beyond personal grievances.
Never before seen footage of Sean Diddy Combs in the days leading up to his arrest in New York last September.
You want to put the stuff in my fanny pack, King?
The exclusive video obtained by Netflix shows Combs debating with his lawyers about strategy.
Listen to me. I'm going to get off the phone right now, and I am going to let you professionals look at the situation and come back to me with a solution. No matter what, no matter what nobody said. Let's just here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
The footage is part of a new, highly anticipated docuseries by director Alex Stapleton and rapper and executive producer Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, titled Sean Combs: The Reckoning. Was there anything that surprised you when you were watching?
I think it was surprising that he actually filmed it.
It was very interesting to watch a man who's known for his brand presence. You know, he has a really amazing knack for marketing and all of that, and how he was sort of taking that into account and how he was coming off to the public.
The question still lingers in the air. Will Beyoncé choose to protect the empire she has meticulously built, or will she stand beside Jay-Z and weather whatever storm lies ahead? As speculation intensifies, another layer of suspense unfolds. If 50 Cent truly possesses the evidence he claims to have, who could be drawn into the spotlight next? One thing is certain, this story is far from finished. The alliances, the revelations, and the potential consequences suggest that the next chapter could be even more explosive than the last.